A new chapter has opened in the evolution of professional social work in Nigeria as the Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria, CISON, successfully concluded its 16th annual international conference with the formal induction of new professional members, signaling a strengthened commitment to tackling the nation's most urgent social challenges. Held from November the 5th to 7th, 2025 at the Federal University of Allied Health Sciences, Enugu, Fuasi. The three-day conference brought together leading social work professionals, academics, policymakers, and development partners under the powerful theme, Irregular Migration and Human Trafficking. The event served as both a forum for critical dialogue and a celebration of professional growth, combining advocacy, research, and human development initiatives to reinforce the Institute's vision for a more inclusive and socially responsible Nigeria. The conference opened with a symbolic roadwalk awareness campaign through major streets of Enugu, where participants clad in branded attire and bearing placards calling for united actions against irregular migration and human trafficking. The campaign, which attracted massive public attention, demonstrated the Institute's commitment to community-driven awareness and social advocacy.
First and foremost, I'm Dr. Dejuma Adegwega, the HOD of Department of Social Work, Federal University of Allied Health Sciences, Enugu. It is our normal routine every year. We have an international conference, and this we take to different states of the country. Last year it was held in Osun State, Osogbo to be precise. And during that conference, there was a keen contest between different states that wanted to, also host this event. But eventually, it was won by Enugu State to host the event this year, which is our annual international conference of Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria. That's why we came out here as the first day to inform people that the annual conference has started this year. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited. I'm happy about it because with your presence, it will go viral. The state will be aware that social workers are on the move. Based on the topic or the theme of this annual year conference, it came at the right time because what you've just mentioned is on the high side. It's increasing every day. Our children are being migrated from one community to the other to unknown places. So we are happy about your movement. We are happy that this time around, that this kind of conference is being held in a new state.
All right, thank you very much. Please, can you introduce yourself to us?
Well, my name is Mrs. Mba Esther, the Director, Ministry of Children, Gender Affairs and Social Development.
You're representing?
I'm representing the Honorable Commissioner who went for an official duty.
My name is Dr. Amarachi Kenokafo. I am a member of Chartered Institute of Social Work Professionals of Nigeria. And we are celebrating our 16th anniversary annual conference. We call it international conference because we have a lot of people coming in outside the country, for this program. And you can see the theme, human trafficking and migration. That is the thing, and this is Enugu Southeast, which is happening here. So the need to talk about it is now. So, and they've chosen right. And we are here in gender, the mother ministry of our social work. And you can see that the representative of the commissioner has said it all, that they are very, very happy with the thing we have chosen because that is what is taking our youth outside the state.
Day 2 of the conference featured plenary sections, paper presentations, and policy dialogues that explore the multidimensional nature of human trafficking and migration crisis in Nigeria.
My in-law would have been a victim. Stigma should be what reduced. We should talk about these things. People are being trafficked, they are survivors. Talk about victim survivor. There should be what stigma should be reduced. You understand? Those things are what we social worker, the legal remedy should be what strengthened. You understand? Any boy that trafficked somebody should pay for it. Child early marriage, a domestic servitude, you are short paying me, or sending me to abroad to come and work in your salon, and then you are short paying me. All those things are this in human trafficking. All these bad home, like carry belle for me, born for me, all those kind of things. They are what modern day slavery in general. And then child protection should be what our utmost what priority. If we sensitize our children to sensitize others, this human trafficking will be reduced to the barest minimum. Remember, when you see something, encourage people to say something and then do something. Report to any nearest agency, police, NAPTIP, and all the agencies and social work, Ministry of Social Work.
Thank you very much.
Grazie per questa opportunità e per questo devo ringraziare l'organizzazione e l'associazione delle donne nigeriane in Italia. Oggi sono qui per raccontarvi cosa vediamo noi europei dei ragazzi che arrivano.
Okay, so she's thanking every one of you that are here today. She's also thanking the organization and the Nigerian Women Association that gave her this opportunity to be here. She's here today to share her experience of what is happening, or what has been happening to unaccompanied minors in Egypt.
La prima cosa che vediamo sono alla televisione tutti i ragazzi vostri che muoiono in mare. Questa è la prima cosa che gli italiani, gli europei vedono, perché arrivano dal mare e muoiono in mare, molti di quelli che non arrivano.
The first thing the Italian citizens or the European citizens sees that happens to our Nigerian youth, they see this on TV, and what is it? A very bad scene of our children dying in the sea.
Quelli che non muoiono in mare muoiono nel deserto. Quelli del mare, ci sono degli stati che si affacciano, i paesi che si affacciano sul mare, sanno contarli. Quelli che muoiono nel deserto, nessuno sa quanti sono. E tantissimi, parlano del 75% non arriva in Europa.
She said, yeah, they are able to see those children that died in the sea. They're those ones that lost their life in the desert. No one have seen that, and no one is able to see that they get lost. So she's talking of about 70% of children that are unseen or unnoticed or unfound.
Experts and stakeholders examine the root causes, policy gaps, and social interventions needed to strengthen prevention and rehabilitation efforts while fostering collaborations between government agencies, international partners, and professional practitioners.
Esteemed Secretariat and the family of the practitioners of social work in Nigeria, I say welcome to the 16th Annual International Conference of Social Work organized by the Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria. It is an honor and indeed a huge privilege for me to address this distinguished and noble gathering of experts in global social work. As we all know, that this is our 16th unbroken international conference held so far. The importance of this event in the development of social work in Nigeria and indeed globally cannot be overemphasized. This year, we are taking the bull by the horn. We are diving into the trending social issues, and indeed, a very disturbing one. This year's conference theme dwell on irregular migration and human trafficking, which is a pronounced challenge in our country and many other countries in general. With our presence today, as professional social workers, it is our responsibility to focus on established structures, competencies, and strengths to address the menace by putting our thoughts and actions together and work towards the achievement of zero tolerance to human trafficking in our society. Human trafficking is known as a form of modern slave trade that involves the illegal and sometimes legal transportation, the transfer, the harboring, or receipt of women through fraud, force, or deceit for the purpose of exploitation.
Speakers included Professor John Emaimo, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Allied Health Sciences, and Professor Oluwayemisi Obashiro John, the National President of the Institute, and the representatives of NAPTI. Humanitarian Affairs Ministry and Correctional Services emphasized that social work occupies the front line in combating these human rights violations and restoring dignity to victims.
I want you to permit me a little to let us know that the Institute and the university are working together in the areas of professionalizing social work and strengthening social work practice and services nationwide. I want to also let us know that the topic for this year conference is very germane. Like the registrar has said, it is like taking the bull by the horn. You agree with me that irregular migration is a case for us to really take a look at. For those of us in the academic sector, what we do is to research, ask questions, and provide solutions and answers. Admission process in this school for these 2 years have opened our eyes to certain things to look at. We have students trying for specific courses like nursing, physiotherapy, radiography, and medical lab. But when you actually examine and ask them questions on why they are choosing these courses, 80% will tell you because these courses are courses that once you are done, you are going abroad. That is a pointer to trafficking being actually instituted in the young minds. Some percentage of them will tell you, though this doesn't come mostly from the students, the parents have told me that once they can graduate with these courses, they will marry diasporan husbands. These are facts that sounds funny. We all know that in trafficking, the only thing that looks like a license for a person to be trafficked without authorities seriously engaging is marriage. But of course, we also know the elements of trafficking, which include a negotiator. You have marriage negotiators in where we are. And when some people are negotiating somebody for a marriage, that is a sign and big symptoms of trafficking. When there is also a promise, an agreement, that is also a strong element for trafficking. But in all, as we speak, these elements are being overlooked and seen as a cultural issue, whereby somebody comes in to assess a woman for a man. That is a negotiator. And these are pointers that we need to open our eyes, engage some parents in this search for nursing, search for radiography and the rest. Only very few, 1 out of 50 we talk with, can give us a concrete reason why we should allude. In the sense that you cannot tell us what a nurse really do. You can't also tell us what a radiographer will do, but you are dying for that cause. Definitely, this discourse in this very conference would throw more light on these issues because regular migration is known. The irregular migration is masked by various practices. I want to believe with the array of discussion that I've seen slated for the discussion session, this will be dealt with seriously.
I am sincerely honored to address this August gathering of social workers, social work academics, and practitioners in Nigeria, and other participants at this 16th Annual International Conference on Social Work, organized by the Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria, with the theme, irregular migration, and human trafficking. I heartily welcome you to this year's conference. Our gathering today is another convincing testament of our unwavering collective commitment to uphold standard practice in social work, confront emerging social challenges, and achieve enduring positive social change as members, practitioners, partners, and stakeholders of our great institute. I am personally proud of what the Institute has been able to achieve since its inception in the attempt to regulate, professionalize, and elevate the standard of social work across Nigeria, especially after it became a professional body statutorily established by an act of the National Assembly in 2022. However, Nigeria's contemporary multi-dimensional social challenges and global diplomatic and economic crises are strong indications that we must not rest on our oars or give room for complacency. Today, our nation, Nigeria, is in unprecedented battles with their economic realities and daunting security challenges that have created a strong atmosphere of uncertainties, which is overwhelming to millions of Nigerians with despair. On the global scene, countries engage one another in war of different forms, from Cold War to trade war to military war. Developed countries have also toughened their migration laws for security purposes, diplomatic reasons, or for economic benefits. Our world is literally becoming a battlefield, and Nigeria is obviously not immune to the consequences of this global development. Such developments give expediency and relevance to the theme of this year's conference.
Professor Obashiro, while addressing journalists during the conference, also highlighted the prevailing challenges associated with human trafficking.
The conference is not just about zero tolerance. Zero tolerance is one of the projects that we are handling. And the facilitators and drivers of the Air Fund project are here. And they are going to make a stand, present a positive position to say that we are no longer interested in this thing and we want to change. But if you ask us as a body of the Institute, we know that irregular trafficking is going on and human trafficking is going on. And where we have been called to intervene, the Institute has done that. And we have tried our best by educating people why they should not go in this route of irregular migration.
As social workers, what are your findings on the causes of this irregular migration?
Okay, thank you. One of the things you will hear later in the day is the root causes of irregular migration. One major thing about irregular migration is not economic. It's not an economic matter. It is a social work matter that dwells on dignity, justice, and where people should not be criminalized. Why would a person want to go irregularly? Why would a person choose to go on a risky path where there is a better option? But we know that immigration laws are tough and tightened everywhere in the world now. And because there is no infrastructure on ground, where I think that my place of origin is not providing what I need, and my eyes are outside because of digital influences, because of social media influences, then I can then begin to think of going out. But again, like we heard this morning, one of the things that happen when people do irregular migration is negotiations. There's somebody who is negotiating somebody. Now, how do we address that person who is negotiating the life of another person? That is where the question is.
I heard you use the word area form.
Yes.
I never heard about it, I don't know what it means.
Yes.
So I was trying to ask the man here beside me, he said it is well.
It is well, that's the meaning of AF1. And
Is it Yoruba?
No, it's not Yoruba, it's not, it's a Bibio. It's a Bibio.
Okay. We are moving forward. Moving forward, what are you doing? Are you synergizing with NAPTI as relates to human trafficking?
Yes.
What are they telling you? What are the feedback you are getting from that in terms of collaboration?
In terms of collaboration, every organization is doing their bit. NAPTIP is working. The organization, the network against the trafficking of children is also working. Different bodies are working. This morning we learned that there are about 400 organizations, different NGOs working on this matter. But the truth is, our eyes are still outside. The eyes of the people are outside. Facilities here look far away from us. It looks like there's no future for our young. It looks like somebody who is undergoing domestic violence wants to run away. And the only thing he or she thinks is not only girls that are violated when it comes to that. Young boys are also violated. So it's the person that thinks that the grass is always greener on the other side. But who says the grass is greener on the other side? The grass is not greener on the other side. It's just perception. And in this perception, is the perception that drives people to want to go in a route. They say it's not route, in a route that is not acceptable, that is not documented, that is not structured. We don't want to use the word illegal. They say we should no longer use it. This is irregular. There's nothing illegal about it. But it's not regular. So that's the feedback that we have from the various bodies working.
Please permit me to stand on the already existing protocol. I'm here to present a goodwill message from my Controller General. A goodwill message presented by me, Priska Chioma Oku, the Assistant Controller General of Corrections, Zone M, Enugu, covering Anambra, Enugu, and Ebonyi State. On behalf of the Controller General of Corrections, Mr. Sylvester Ndidimwakuche, MFR, MNI, on the occasion of the 16th Annual International Conference on Social Work 2025. Conference theme, irregular migration and human trafficking, implications for correctional management. On behalf of the Nigerian Correctional Service and the Controller General of Corrections, Mr. Sylvester Ndidimwakuche, MFR, MNI, I extend my warm greetings and the best wishes to all participants of the 16th Annual International Conference on Social Work 2025. This year's theme, irregular migration and human trafficking, implication for correctional management, is of utmost importance. As the correctional managers, we are actually aware of the complex challenges posed on this issue. Irregular migrations and human trafficking often lead to the involvement in the criminal justice system, placing a significant burden on correctional facilities and resources. This conference provides a vital platform for social work practitioners, researchers, policymakers, and correctional professionals to share knowledge, exchange best practice, and develop innovative strategies to address these challenges. By working together, we can improve our understanding of the root cause of irregular migration and human trafficking, enhance our innovations to support victims, and strengthen our correctional system to effectively manage offenders
while upholding human rights. I recommend the Chartered Institute of Social Worker Practitioners of Nigeria for organizing this timely and relevant conference. I am confident that the discussions and collaborations that take place here will contribute significantly to our collective efforts to combat regular migration and human trafficking and to build safer and more just society. I wish you a productive and insightful conference. Thank
The conference climaxed on Friday, November the 7th, with a deeply inspiring induction ceremony for new members, an event that symbolizes growth, renewal, and the strengthening of professional ethics with the Institute. In his remarks, Dr. Atere Olawale, head of Training and Membership Department, described the induction as a defining moment for those joining the professional body.
Regulatory body that have been approved by the federal government of that nation through an act of the National Assembly, assented to by the President of the Federal Republic in any nation. And Nigeria is not different with the procedures for professionalism. And that was why the National Assembly had deemed it fit to go through the lower chamber, the upper chamber, the public hearing, and at the end of the day, pass to the presidency. And it really took time when a document is passed to the presidency. It is not just passed there, for the president to just sit and sign. No. The legal team of the presidency must go through it, page by page, line by line, word for word, to see what is in that document. And when that document is not satisfactory, it is returned back. And the CISO Act went through that 3 times. Those are the pages. 3 good times. And on the last time, it was found worthy by the president to assent to. And that became a different ball game for the profession of social work in Nigeria.
The oath-taking ceremony was administered by Barrister Jacqueline Odiade, while the formal induction was presided over by Dr. Kemi Otu, the Council Secretary of the Institute.
By the power conferred on me as the Registrar of the Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria, CISO, in the establishment of the Act number 25 of 2022, I hereby admit every one of you into the register of CISO. Congratulations.
The highlights of the event came when Professor Oluwayemisi Obashiro John personally presented certificates to the newly inducted members, an act that underscored the Institute's deep sense of mentorship and professional solidarity. Speaking to Ogama TV shortly after the ceremony, some of the newly inducted members, including Lady Gloria Ngozi Eche, Ike Chukwu Uchechi, Angel, and Comrade Chukwu Christian Mosu, expressed heartfelt gratitude and excitement.
Good day, my sister.
What is your name?
My name is Lady Gloria Ngozi Eche.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I feel so excited It has been my dream that one day I will be a professional in my field, obtaining the certificate. God has given us, not only me, all of us here in the conference, the opportunity to achieve our goal of becoming a legal social welfare officer with my certificate. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to God and the Institute in particular.
My name is Ikechukwu Uchechi. Oh, thank you very much. Wow, I feel happy, more excitement in me. I feel happy to be one of the professionals in this social work. I pray that God Almighty will help me to be diligent in this work and competent to my society. Yes, I'm ready to take up this responsibility in my society, especially in Abia State. There are many people that are looking up for this opportunity, and those vulnerable children outside there that have no hope. I think with this knowledge I got in this program, I'll be able to help them out, serve in my society in Abia, in Nigeria entirely, devotionally help others to get to this level and let them not feel limited in their lives.
My name is Comrade Chuji Christian Wosu.
All right, so congratulations.
Thank you, madam.
How do you feel today?
I feel satisfied with the program.
Okay. All right. Becoming a professional social worker today, how ready are you to take up these challenges?
It has been my heart desire for me to work with a good procedure and established system. So I'm grateful to God for granting me this opportunity to be certified and be a member of this institute.
So what do you say to the institute, the Chartered Institute?
I say God will give them the grace to do even more, because we have a lot of challenges in the society where we work. The environment is saturated with a lot of work, and we need more professionals to handle it.
Your name was again, sir?
Wosu Christian.
From where?
From Abia State.
Right.
Their testimonies reflected the emotional and professional significance of the induction, symbolizing shared resolve to use social work as tool for national transformation. The conference concluded with a bidding section for the 2026 annual conference, which generated excitement and friendly competition among state chapters. After careful deliberation, Delta State was announced as the next host. And in a resounding applause and anticipation for what promises to be another landmark gathering of social work professionals. As the curtains drew on the 16th Annual International Conference, CISON reaffirmed its leadership as a driving force for policy advocacy, capacity building, and professional ethics in the field of social work. With over 15,000 members nationwide and growing global partnerships, the Institute continues to champion initiatives that strengthen the social fabric, empower practitioners, and defend human rights. The Enugu conference not only rekindled professional passion, but also sent a clear message. The Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria is ushering in a new era of accountability, service, and social transformation, one professional at a time.
you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.